Victoria Park in the round 7 GDFL match of the day. It's Bannockburn and Werribee Centrals, and it's the Centurions with a 9-point lead at the first change. 3-5-23, Bannockburn 2-2-14, and we're looking forward to a good second quarter, Ronnie.
Yes, and I'm sure Bannockburn, with the advantage of the scoring end that's been here all day, even in the reserves game, as you mentioned, not a great advantage with breeze, but for some strange reason it just tends to be more conducive to kicking goals to the Melbourne or left of screen here end of the ground by Zaljevic, ready to commence the GDFL bingo setter second quarter. And we do thank them for their support too, the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre out there at Fellmongers Road, Breakwater, for a very enjoyable and hopefully profitable session of bingo. Curly O'Donnell out there and all these merry people.
Start of the second term here at Victoria Park. Umpire Zaljevic has ball in hand, and he puts it down to size and height. Height gets it down. Rove though by Harding. Fresh air shot. Size thumps it on. Roweth straight through him. Galauka and Roweth work hard through the middle of the pack. Oh, great play. Kennedy gets around one, then gets wrapped up by Connors. Got his handball away though, and gives it towards Delaney. Matheson in front of Clyden. Oh, good play. Worked from behind there into the front position and took a good two-grab mark. And we'll have a chance to extend the Werribee Central's lead.
Gee, Mickey Kennedy's got a little bit of toe about him.
I'll say he has. Straight through the middle of the pack. So Matheson now, the left footer. He's kicked one goal this afternoon already. Clyden standing the mark, and good kick too. Straight through the middle, right over the umpire's hat for his second goal. And the fourth for Werribee. A good start to their second term. 4-5-29, Bannockburn 2-2-14 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing just the minute on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock.
Yes, not the start that Bannockburn supporters would have enjoyed, especially with their past players here today. I'm sure that they'll be looking forward to Bannockburn bouncing back with a couple of quick goals in reply.
Back to the middle. Tresize and Glenn Height to do the ruck work once again for their respective sides. And it's a good bounce too. Height gets up, gets it down to Darlow. Handball chopped off. He still works in the middle of the pack and gets the footy out. Wrapped up there was Barry Delaney. And umpire Zaljevic will come in and do it all again. Just on the attacking side of the centre square. It was going to be a free kick, I thought, to Bannockburn, but now it's going to Werribee. Darlow to take it for an indiscretion in the middle of that pack there. And goes long. Wentworth stands his ground. Buck comes out. Collegiate runs in at pace. Gets it away to Edgar, though. Onto his left boot. High. Getting back there, Matty East standing under it. Shepherded. Oh, fantastic mark. Coming in at pace.
That hurt Matty East too.
That certainly has.
Pair of knees right in the middle of the chest.
And it's hurt James Lee, who's taken the fantastic mark also. East is up now. Obviously just a little bit winded, but a fantastic mark from James Lee. And actually, Lee may be hurt more than East.
Well, he's running with the flight of the ball. What a courageous effort.
Under pressure from Matty East, and took a fantastic mark. And I'll have a chance to kick a goal from about 15 metres out. Backline player, so doesn't see the goals too often. This comes in very deliberately.
Known as Magic.
Magic.
And you can understand it. I tell you what, Magic's popped it through. Great goal. Great mark. Great football from James Magic Lee.
Werribee Centrals put their fifth goal on the board. They're 5-5-35. They've broken away from Bannockburn, who are 2-2-14 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard, as James Lee runs all the way back to centre half back to take up his position after that goal. So 21 points of difference on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard now. The Centurions just opening up the game a little bit.
Good shot of him there on the monitor too. Good action shot there of James Lee, just popping through the fifth vital goal there for Werribee Centrals.
Back in the centre, Height and Tresize get a hand to it. Umpire Zaljevic nearly gets a possession. Falls towards Roweth. Now Butch Shaw and Clinton Shaw And in the middle, Lee, the last goal kicker. It's at centre half forward as the pack develops around them. A throw from the Werribee Central side, and it's going to be Darren Rowth to take the free kick. Wants to move it on quickly, goes towards Toolman. Kept his eye on the ball and then was held off by Morley. So Gary Toolman will take the free kick about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, and it could be a quick reply for the Tigers.
Jason Morley, a little unlucky, the vice-captain for the Centurions on that occasion. Wasn't a lot in it, but yes, he did retard him as he was trying to get in the front spot. Gary Toolman, now normally a defender. Interesting shot at goal for him. I tell you what, his drop punt looks pretty good from here. Goal umpire looks at it and said no. Ooh. I thought that was awfully close, but obviously my eyes are deceiving me.
It was very close, but only one behind for Toolman. So Gareth Buck will kick it in, goes short to Delaney, who's free. And he goes short towards Hawks. It's over his head. Chris Delaney runs at it. Coming back there and working hard also was Connors. Now he picks it up and gets away from Edgar. Goes into that favoured left boot. Goes short to Rowth. Good vision. And found Rowth 45 out from the Tigers' goal. He's got a couple of cross centre half forward. He elects to go on the great kick too. And a great lead, Perkins. And the first clear possession the full forwards had all day. Good kick, Darren Rowth. And Perkins will have a chance to kick his first goal this afternoon.
And Ronnie Pilgrim, the runner for Bannockburn, has earned his keep this morning, or this afternoon I should say, because he's back on the ground again with another message. And yeah, he's kept very busy, running very well too, Ronnie, for the crook knee.
I think he might have missed it. He has, so a bad miss there, Perkins. Kicked it across the face of goal for one behind. So Bannockburn go to 2 goals, 4-16. They trail Werribee Central's 5-5-35 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 7.5 minutes in this second term on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. Buck kicks in on the members' side, looking for height. Oh, Galauka up also. Edgar roves at the front of the pack well, gets away from Harding. Bit of a time. Took a little bit long then, and only as far as Matty East. Bit of a chance on wing to set something up, and does so. Finds Perkins at half forward.
Well, actually, Perkins, the big full forward, looks there for Troy Colliger. Couldn't hold the mark. Committed his body well, though. Pack of players have since swept on the footy. And it's about 40 metres down from the Bannockburn goal.
Worked hard after missing the mark, didn't he, Colliger?
Yes, certainly did. Always shows plenty of character. The 69 Guernsey, the Bannockburn side.
So a ball up to size. Height gets it down though, wins it easily. Goes towards Rose and Colliger. Rose, handball back to Harding. Can he pick it up on the half volley? Yes, he does, and then gets wrapped up. We've got the footy away. Rose can't pick it up. Now he can. Oh, slick handball. In fact, it was a throw. Umpire's eligible right there. Darlow wants to play on quickly from the defensive side of the centre, so he does, and goes to Scripticue. And he looks for something up the field. Spicer gives him a wide lead now. He wants to go back inboard towards Matheson. Or puts it up high. Clyden from behind. Punch away. At front, Connors. Can't take it with him. Bernardo, handball over the top. Only as far as Wentworth. And he clears the pressure. Goes wide to Colliger and finds him. Back in the side after a fortnight out with a jarred knee. And 50. Delaney didn't come back. And don't mouth off at the umpire, Chris, because there might be another 50. And you don't want that because umpire Nolan will put you on the... well... I warned him, and he didn't adhere to my warning, unfortunately.
Another 50.
Well, I said that.
Can't change the umpire's decision. No. He just kept at him, didn't he?
No, and that may harm Werribee because they've been working hard, and they're down to 17 now for 15 minutes, so that will be close to half time. And Troy Colliger will kick from about 45 metres out for goal, so it could be a double blow for the Centurions. Colliger comes in and fair kick off the boot too from the Rove, and he's got it.
Great goal there from the 69 Guernsey vice captain Troy Nappies. Colliger kicks a very handy third goal and a very hurtful one from a Chris Delaney point of view.
3-4-22 Bannockburn. Werribee Central's 5-5-35 GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard, and Werribee down to 17 men for the next 15 or so minutes, with Delaney sent off for abusing the umpire. And it could be a crucial stage of the game for both sides now. They'll have to work extremely hard, the Werribee Central side. Height and Tresize once again to do the ruck work. And Height has been winning the ruck tap-outs, but Colliger roves it on this occasion again. Clinton Shaw can't take the mark on his bootlaces. He gets it to Roweth, then to Connors. Saw the vision towards Shaw and Troy Colliger. Shaw tapped it on to Colliger, who's just starting to get back into the game a little bit. Ooh, and holding the ball. And settle down, Troy, because you could get the same fate.
Well, I don't blame you for being a little bit blasphemous on that occasion, because that was a terrible decision. He didn't have a chance to use the ball then.
He was working hard to get the ball, but penalised. Galauka goes wide, looking for height in front Tresize. Laddick off the back of the pack. A little right foot kick around the corner, and Delahunt will see it over the boundary line.
Bit of a nothing effort, wasn't it, Luke Laddick, on that occasion?
I think he has a little bit of trouble with his right boot, Ron. I think he's a left footer. He's unfortunately not multi-skilled like you were in your day.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Height and Tresize. Height, double fister. Gets it down to Hawks, who's played pretty well in the early stages. Laddick. Oh, rove beautifully, Barry Delaney. Little kick to Matheson, the big man. Right next to Clyden. Now they've got the numbers of Tigers that they can get out. Oh, East rides the bump. Handball over the top, chopped off by Kennedy. He drops the footy now. It should be holding the ball, but it wasn't. Exactly the same.
Come on, Mickey Zaljevic.
Exactly the same as Troy Colliger.
Yeah, and the same umpire too. And he's bugging it up.
Yep. Lack of consistency there, because that was exactly the same. He had a chance to get the footy away. More than a chance, probably, than Colliger in the last attempt, but it's going to be a ball up at half forward. Puts it down. Bernardo and Matheson get it down towards Clyden now, who's got a bit of time, and goes to the left boot around the corner. Laddick close to the boundary line, and Rose was going to kick, then handball to Connors, and it was out of bounds. Lucky for Bannockburn, because Robbie Edgar had picked the ball up in the clear and could have pushed Werribee into attack once again. It's going to be a throw in. At half forward for the Centurions, they lead 5-5 to 3-4. It's 13 points of difference.
Now, boundary throw in. Darlow. Donuts does well at ground level. Thumped forward there by the 40 jersey for the Centurions, which was Bernardo. It was Adrian. A little quick tap on again by Darlow. Stemmed as a throw. And Stevie Delahunt now will just go across the centre of the ground. Looks there for Wentworth and finds him. Chicken Hawk plays on quickly. The kick a bit well weighted there for Troy Shaw. Slipped at the crucial time there was Clinton Shaw. And again now, the Werribee boys can butter up well and clear the football. Barry Delaney, the skipper of the side, goes to half forward. Loose ball. Can they pick it up? Bannockburn players sort of fighting over it at the moment. They're keen for it. Get it to East. East goes out to Nappy's Colliger. He's got a paddock. He tucks it under the left wing. Has two bounces. Looks up the ground. Roweth, good shepherding. Lovely football there from Troy Colliger. Sees the lead there of Gary Tillman. He takes the footy at half forward now for the Tigers. Little chip over the top. Didn't gain a lot. Nathan Rose, who's drifted down to half forward. Chips it into Colliger. Under pressure. Back to Rose. Oh, dearie me. They're finicking around with it a little bit too much.
That's it, Hut. Get into it.
And a little bit of activity there. Adrian Hart was decked there by Jason Habib, who's going to be spoken to.
Well, they're stuffing around with the ball too much at half forward, Bannockburn.
Now, umpire Zoljevic has pulled Habib out, and he's just had a chat to Jason Habib.
It's going to be a ball throw in at half forward for Bannockburn. And a pack of players up. Toolman in front, takes it out of the ruck contest, and then he's still got the footy. Galauka, his kick smothered by Harding, who's going in hard again at the footy. Connors, little kick to Habib, handball, puts Harding under pressure. Coming at him also there was Height. And pack developed, just a little bit of feeling coming into the game now.
Yeah, gee, Harding, I'm pretty impressed with Harding's attitude at the ball. Gee, he goes in hard.
He does. It's going to be a ball up now, about 40 metres out from the Bannockburn goal. They trail by 13 points. Height goes up. Toolman can't take it with him. Scripty Q is out, and little handball. East runs through without the footy. It ends up with Kennedy, who wants to run away at pace. He gets wrapped up but gets his kick away. Matheson leads in the race for the ball. Can he pick it up the second attempt? Yes, he can. Then wrapped up by Rose. Drop the footy, no free kick. Connors, handball to Troy Shaw. Barry Delaney in there, only as far as Henderson. He gets a wide kick to half forward. And leading in the race, Colliger. Can he keep it in? Galauka's right next to him. He can't. And it's going to be another throw in front of the scoreboard here, the Moe's Galore scoreboard, which shows Bannockburn 3-4. Werribee Central's 5-5 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard.
Left half forward flank, 45 metres from the Bannockburn goal. 13 points the margin. Early stages of the second quarter. Time check on the Bannockburn scoreboard. 15 minutes gone, actually, of this second term. Kick there from Matty East. Not a good one. Tried to screw it back in on the left foot, running towards the boundary line, but had no luck. Got it down towards the forward pocket, but it's out of bounds in the full. And it looks like Adrian Hart will bring the ball back into play for the Werribee side.
We see Troy Colliger coming off and Matty Pilgrim coming on. Goes in, Harding, Scripty-Q. Judges it better, Scripty-Q. Takes the mark at half back. Luddick gives him the lead. Della Hunt. Wentworth in front. Good punch away. And close to the boundary line. Spicer can't keep it in. So it's going to be a boundary throw in just on the attacking side of centre wing for the Centurions. Thrown in now. Darlow doing the ruck work. Tresize, the taller guy, Henderson, ripped off the ball by Edgar. Edgar works hard, East over the top, and the umpire will come in and bounce the ball. So just a little bit of a lull in play. We've been playing 16 minutes in this second term on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. It's the Centurions by 13 points. Tresize and Height. Tresize gets it down. Kennedy just throws it over the top. Harding can't get a kick away. Darlow, he gets a little one, which is off Henderson. And it was touched, so it's going to be a boundary throw-in. And don't forget, Werribee down to 17 men at the moment with Chris Delaney off the ground. So, throw-in. Height from behind. East in front, goes to Henderson. Clearing kick, torpedo punt towards half-forward. Pilgrim from behind. Oh, coming across Lee.
Mark.
And takes a good mark, James Lee. So he likes the high marks. And a welcome introduction back from Matty Pilgrim from umpire Nolan. Lee goes long to half forward, going across Buck and thumped away beautifully by Broad and also Rose. And a boundary throw in at half forward.
Yes, it's 16 and a half minutes gone now, the second quarter. The Geelong District Footy League Bingo Centre second quarter. Bannockburn defending well. Chops Connors, gets the ball up to half forward. Oh, Roweth behind Galauka, but the outstretched arms of the little half forward takes a fine grab for the Tigers. Looks there wide, sees that Christian Shaw made good position and finds him with a lovely late trajectory drop punt. Butcher, he could probably kick this from here, but he hasn't made good contact at all. Tried a bit too hard. Ball skews off the side of his boot out of bounds.
He was looking long for Toolman there, but just couldn't quite get the distance he needed. So James Lee to take the free kick in the last line of defence for Werribee. He comes towards half-back looking for Bernardo. Roweth also up, Tresize, big thump away. Spicer roves at the side of the pack but can't keep it in. So the boundary umpire on this side having a bit of work to do in the last 3 or 4 minutes. The footy working along the boundary line from one half-forward line to the other. Tresize in front, Height from behind. Rose, roves it. Quick kick around the corner. Kennedy, handball. Chopped off by Christian Shaw. Can he keep it in? Oh, he can. And a free kick for a high tackle after he got rid of the footy. So Butch to take the free kick at half forward for the Tigers.
Christian Shaw, Butch now goes into the centre of the ground. Looks there for Chops
good
Connors.
kick.
Lovely footy. Oh, Connors could have been pushed, but gee whiz, he should have marked the ball and has been penalised now for holding it. And a bad break there for Bannockburn. At centre half back, Craig Donuts Darlow now clears the ball for the Centurions.
Goes wide, looking for Morley, but running at pace. Troy Shaw measures the pass towards Habib and Toolman. Toolman gives it back to Habib, who's going to get wrapped up. Oh, classy. Gets around and short to Connors, who on this occasion takes the mark safely. He'll be kicking from just inside 50 metres. And Pilgrim gives him a lead. He elects to go longer though and push it into the teeth of goal. Toolman coming and also Clinton Shaw. Punched at the front. Nobody there for the Tigers. Morley gets it towards Spicer and also Buck. He handballs it back to Hart, who handballs it wide to Barry Delaney, and he'll clear for Werribee. Goes wide, looking for Hawks. Troy Shaw right next to him. Wentworth coming at pace also. Sees it over the boundary line on centre wing on the outer side here at Victoria Park.
Yeah, but Shaw really didn't catch the eye there of Kevin Connors, and there was no one within 20 metres of him. But didn't really make an effort to get his attention.
20 minutes gone on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. Over the back of that ruck contest now. Falls towards Scriptacute. Goes long towards Delahunt and Luddick. Delahunt is wrapped up and good tackle to Heath Buck. Pushes the ball out of bounds at 50 on the outer side for Werribee, who are attacking. And Delahunt had the better of Luddick, who's a very dangerous player on the half-forward line for the Centurions. He's been on top, Steve Delahunt. Ruck contest, Tresize. Gets it down to the front, roved. Now it comes out, Matheson and Clyden coming at pace. Matheson, can he trap it? Yes, he can. Or then he can't. He loses it. Buck there in support, though. Kick around the corner. Luddick. And just as I said that he was being held and collared by Delahunt, he turns around and kicks a goal.
Yeah, a real opportunist goal there. Dropped the mark, which he should have probably taken, but recovered well. And poor defensive football from the Tigers because they've allowed him to kick a goal from 2 metres out.
So Werribee Centrals, after a bit of a lull in the scoring, kicked their 6th goal. They're 6-5-41. And they lead Bannockburn 3-4-22. So it's 19 points of difference on the GDFL Bingo Centre. Second quarter scoreboard, 21 minutes gone on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock.
I think just the Werribee smaller brigade have just a little bit too much bite at the moment for the Bannockburn team. And they just need to take a leaf out of Rick Harding's book, the Tigers.
Goes towards East now. He gives it to Clinton Shaw. He barrels it towards the boundary line at half forward, and it will find it. So a boundary thrown inside the attacking zone, 50-metre attacking zone for the Tigers. So a pack works down to the Bannockburn half-forward line. Tresize and Glenn Height, who have done the ruck work unchanged this afternoon for their respective sides, will do battle once again. And over the back, Toolman got a hand to it. Rose couldn't take it with him. Morley over the top also. Perkins looking for holding the ball, not forthcoming from umpire Nolan, and we'll have a ball up. So umpire Nolan to put it down, and goes towards Darlow. Kennedy running through. Pilgrim, Perkins. His kick smothered by Morley. Edgar tried to do a little bit too much. Dropped the footy. Henderson. Oh, look at that. Straight through the pack. Rough Robbie. Kicked the goal from 55. He goes long. Nobody back there for the Tigers, though. And to relieve the pressure, Gareth Buck.
Great footy, Gareth Buck. He's defending well, very well indeed, and his disposal's been supreme. He's picked out young Hawks, who's had a good term for the Centuries, as we see them now go out to the outer side centre wing position. Opportunity there for Edgar. Well wrapped up, though, by the Bannockburn opponent, and he's been given a free kick. I'm not sure what for. I didn't quite see that from here. I thought he may have held the ball a bit too long, but umpire said no, the tackle must have been a little high. And Robbie Edgar, the Werribee Central on baller, gets the free kick.
And there's a free kick down the field found by umpire Zeljovic, so it's coming down to Luddick against Henderson for something off the play. So Luke Luddick from just inside 50 will have a chance for goal. So they've moved the ball from half back to inside the 50-metre penalty, 50-metre attacking zone without actually kicking the footy long towards a goal. And I think it's missed. It has. One behind for Luke Luddick. So 1-1. And the Centurions stretch their lead to 20 points. They're 6-6-42. Bannockburn 3-4-22 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard. Kicking by Delahunt's okay. And finds Clyden, who's had a good tussle with Matheson so far today. Nathan Clyden now from half back on the members' side. Toolman gave him a lead, then he gives him another lead, so he just puts it up. And Butch Shaw coming at pace, goes up, gets a hand to it, taps it down. Roweth had Toolman over the back, through Butch Shaw's leg. Connors straight through. Butch Shaw now on hands and knees, working hard against Darlow. And it's going to be a ball up.
Tresize is going to take on the leap of the big fella, Height. Rose trapped it but lost it. Connors is on hands and knees. He tries to get it out, but again the boundary line has beat the players, and we'll have a throw in right in front of the comedy position. We're sort of, centre wing, in between centre wing, half forward flank, a members' side here of Victoria Park, the home of the Bannockburn Tigers. Boundary throw in. Height. This time Tresize in front. Good work. Ground level low. Too many players. It was Hart. Good work there. Over the top he goes. But chipping in Matty Pilgrim. His hand pass puts Clinton Shaw under all sorts of pressure. Edgar was tackled high as the ball was kicked and will get the free kick. And Matty Pilgrim got to be in front, son.
There's a little bit more talk, I think, from the Bannockburn players too. Just a couple of them there spoiling each other. Edgar on centre wing pushes it long towards Buck. And big thump away, Broad, Hawks, Roves. Oh, could have handballed. Goes short anyway to Galauka. He centres the ball well too to Matheson, who comes out. Oh, and nearly dropped the mark, but took it on the second occasion. And good play, Mick Galauka. He didn't go for goal. He centred the footy. Matheson gave him a lead. And he has a chance for his third goal this afternoon.
Ominous signs here.
Oh, easy as you like. Goes back, kicks it through the middle for his third goal. And once again, the Centurions have just put a little bit of space between themselves and the Tigers. 7-6-48 Werribee Centrals. Bannockburn 3-4-22 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard.
Biggest margin of the afternoon so far. Now stretching to 26 points. Werribee Central's advantage. Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock now shows that we've been going 26 minutes of this second quarter, and the GDFL Bingo Centre scoreboard 48 plays 22. Werribee Central's doing it comfortably.
Tresize and Height. Height gets it down. Connors, Roves, runs into Tresize, then gets wrapped up. And in the centre square, in the centre circle, in fact, umpire Zeljovic will bounce the ball again. Chris Delaney getting ready to come back onto the ground after his 15 minutes off the ground. And he does so now. So, the ball up again. Tresize gets it. Rose in the middle. Goes to Tresize. Quick kick away out of the pack. Tillman in front from behind Morley. Roved at the front by Lincoln East, who's on the ground, but couldn't take it very far. Morley and also Spicer. Handball over the top to Scripter Q is okay. Harding comes at pace, but he gets the footy towards Broad and also Buck. Now, how's umpire Nolan seen that? He's seen it against Broad, and it's going to go to Heath Buck. And Heath Buck will take it, who hasn't seen much of the footy, even though the Centurions are 26 points in front. He centres the ball to Matheson. Matheson and Clyden. Big thump away, Clyden. Connors in front. Kick around the corner. Tresize. The big ruckman can service somebody. It's Broad. And gets it to him as well. Can he get away from Buck? Short little kick to Harding. Harding traps it. Oh, then gets a high tackle, did he? Well, he did, but umpire Nolan said throw it in. On centre wing in front of the guest commentary box here. On the members stand side of Victoria Park. Close to half-time here in the GDFL Match of the Day round 7. It's Werribee by 26 points.
Oh, good work again from Height. He's done a good job for the Centurions here this afternoon. Got it to Delaney under all sorts of pressure. High tackle this time, and he's, bless me, given the free kick to Barry Delaney, the skipper of the Centurions.
Goes wide and looking for Bernardo. Edgar Rove from the front to the back of the pack, but can't keep it in. We're going to have a boundary throw in about 45 metres around from the Werribee goal.
7-6-48 Werribee, Bannockburn 3-4-22, GDFL Bingo Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
So boundary throw in. Heath Buck comes from behind and taps it down to the front towards Brad Spicer. He goes in towards Clyden and Matheson. They get a hand to it, and then it falls towards Luddick. It's touched. Oh, very lucky there. Fell to the back of the pack. Luke Luddick had a chance, but could only get one behind. Delahunt getting a hand to it. So it's 7-7-49 Werribee. Bannockburn 3-4-22 on the GDFL Bingo Centre second quarter scoreboard. Delahunt to kick in straight down the middle of the ground. Great kick to Clyden. Oh, gives him the run. He can run on. He's in the middle now. He goes towards Lincoln East, who leads Galauka in the race for the footy. Galauka falls over, so gives East 5 metres. Handball to Clyden, who followed it down. Gets a high tackle, no free kick. Then puts his body on the line at half forward. Pack develops around him. And umpire Zeljovic will come in and bounce the ball.
Yeah, Clyden, good work there for the Bannockburn side. The centre half back now making his traunt back to his opponent. Ball at half forward now. Bannockburn into attack, but they really haven't looked that threatening, have they, this quarter?
Just lacking a little bit at half forward, I think, marking-wise. And I know it might be robbing Peter to pay Paul, but Clyden could be the man at centre half forward.
Yeah, possibly. Kicking lets him down, but the fact is, as you say, he's might be able to mark a couple.
Goes out towards Barry Delaney from the ruck contest. He goes short to Hawks, who's been on top. And from the defensive side of wing goes long to half forward. Broad and Buck use their body strength. Buck gets a hand to it, can't take the mark, then falls over the top. Was it a push in the back? Yes, it was. Heath Buck to take it on the outer side, half forward flank.
But a busy player across half forward for the Centurions too. Had a number of touches. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 so far. Kick a good one off hands. Again, Delaney, terrific at ground level. Kick off the carpet, only went a short distance and a pack of players are around it now. Clyden does well. Got the ball out, but it was dangerous because there was no one home.
Good
hand. The ball now spills to East, who got it to Chops Connors. Goes inboard now with a hand pass to the run of Clinton Shaw at centre half back. Long bomb to centre half forward. And that's the sort of effort we need at centre half forward. Gary Tillman takes a great mark.
Tillman inside 50. Oh, had Butch Shaw now. It's play on. Oh, wrapped up, dropping the ball. No free kick, Morley. Gets a kick away. Danger because it falls towards Perkins, the big man. Bucks next to him. Perkins on the boundary line. Wants to centre the footy. Short to Habib. Can't take the mark. Hart right next to him. And a boundary throw in about 20 metres around from the Bannockburn goal. 3-4. They trail at Werribee 7-7.
But the story, though, a little bit of hesitation and hesitancy has cost them dearly here this afternoon. First option is the best option.
So, boundary throw in. Height from behind. Tresize in front. Falls towards Tillman. This time he kicks it over his shoulder. Kick smothered by Morley. Buck. Big thump away. As far as height. Handball out towards the boundary line. Morley, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. And gets a kick away also. Looking for Darlow. Thump away. Edgar roved. Well done. Quick kick towards the wing. Delaney chopped off though by Broad. And Alistair Broad could have handballed, but goes short to Rose. Oh, handball to Matty Ease is going to put him under pressure. Tackled by Spicer. Henderson now, the big man. He's on hands and knees, gets one in the back. Oh, and no free kick. And it's going to be a ball up in the middle of Victoria Park.
Yeah, interesting to see the free kick stats. I think we have had an advantage in that area. Umpire Nolan bouncing down, centre of the ground. Henderson does battle there with that looked like Bernardo. That was Adrian. Ball spills where Clinton Shaw kicks up quickly to the full forward line. Habib comes out, can't take the ball cleanly. Backing up though, good support there from Adrian Hart was Justin Morley, who goes out wide with his left foot and finds Andy Hawks, it is, the number 8 jumper for the Centurions. Goes short. Scripper, Berta Scripter-Q gets the footy now, outer side half back flank. Goes to centre wing. In front there was Tresize, should have taken the overhead mark, couldn't do so. Ball cleared again for the Centurions to half forward. Luke Luddick picks it up and kicks over his right shoulder. Look there for Matheson, who comes out and takes a great grab as the siren sounds to terminate the second quarter. And Dave Matheson now an opportunity. He's kicked 3 goals straight here this afternoon. It's been a terrific focal point for them. Comes in, tries the banana.
Oh, don't tell me he's put it through. Oh, that is a tremendous goal.
He's having a day out, isn't he?
From the boundary line, banana kick on his left boot, and he's kicked his 4th goal, and, well, has just stretched the margin at half-time. Werribee Central's end the half at 8-7-55, and they lead Bannockburn 3-4-22 by 33 points at half-time, so a fantastic finish to the game, to the half by Werribee, and that Matheson goal gives him 4 singles to Luke Luddick, Heath Buck, James Lee and Robbie Edgar in that first half, while for Bannockburn their single goal kickers have been Christian Shaw, Matthew East and Troy Colliger. In that quarter, Werribee have kicked 5 goals 2 and Bannockburn have kicked 1 goal 2, and to take the lead by 33 points at half-time. The Centurions in front. And as Ron just gathers his thoughts on the best players, it's great to see that the Little League is making a reappearance at local football venues. It's Werribee Centrals and Bannockburn in the Little League as well, Ron.
Yeah, no, it's terrific, and they do a good job out here, the Bannockburn committee, in supporting the youth of the area. But gee whiz, from a better player point of view in that quarter for Bannockburn, you've got to look at Chops Connors, I suppose, Alistair Broad. Paul Wentworth and roughhouse Robbie Henderson, but all in all, it wasn't a real good quarter of footy, was it, for Bannockburn? As you mentioned, Jace, they've only kicked 1 goal, 2 for the term, and they didn't have a real lot of bright lights. Gary Toolman took a couple of nice marks at centre-half forward, but needs to do more. But there's just no support for him up at that particular position, where Bannockburn are falling down greatly here this afternoon. It's great defensive work for the Centrals, and the Werribee Central side, well, you look at their players, and it's all the on-ballers that have got to contribute to so far, and Robbie Edgar's been terrific. Barry Delaney was sent, sorry, his brother Chris was sent from the ground, but he was, he's had a great tussle, and adds a bit of bite, likewise his brother Barry, and of course the big fella Dave Matheson with 4 goals up to half-time, a better player, and I'm sure that, well, the coaching staff from Werribee would be pretty pleased with their efforts to half-time.
It's 33 points of difference at half-time. Werribee 8-7 lead, Bannockburn 3-4. We'll be back with all the second half action on Guest Video and Guest FM after this. I'll go back for the start.